We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, as usual, rocking the house.
Having a grand old time?
Yes. And only 2 days left to get 18% off of 17.5% off of any size order at therawfoodworld.com by putting the coupon code in holiday18 and to get audio clarity at, like, I was saying half off. It's like 1/4 the price.
Wow.
Well,
less than half.
Maybe in between 1/4 and 1/2 or something. But it's crazy. 2 days and counting.
When does it expire?
December 31st, midnight. Pacific Standard Time.
Woo.
And everybody always waits to the last second. Try not to do that.
Why?
Because it's just madness on December 31st.
And they might all turn into pumpkins, mightn't they, Bobba?
Yeah. So go to therawfoodworld.com, type in the coupon code HOLIDAY18 to get 17.5% off of any size order. It's unheard of. Nobody in their right mind has ever offered this type of discount. And there's the at-cost specials like the audio clarity. We even still have some of those vitamin mineral greens with the free vitamin mineral earth left over.
Wow.
Those are almost gone though, like seriously. The big vitamin earths are gone actually. We're sending 3 small ones instead, so you get 450 grams instead of 500 grams. Yeah. So we've got some things to talk about today. What's up, babe?
A very nice woman called Alicia sent us a video, didn't she, Bubba?
That's right.
She sent us a video about how she is breastfeeding. She has 2 children, and she really wants to start to eat more raw. And she's wondering how to transition into doing that while she's still breastfeeding. She's been kind of holding off moving into raw for a long time.
Because she's breastfeeding.
Yes, and so she didn't want to dump a whole load of toxins into the baby, and then she's feeling like she's coming from a background of standard American diet, so it's like the baby's getting toxic stuff anyway from her milk, and what to do? What to do, Mr. Monarch?
Right. I mean, if you're feeding yourself standard American diet food such as Twinkies and hamburgers and cow's milk, then guess what?
What?
Maybe those toxins are going inside of the breast milk.
Mm.
So the question is, if you eliminate those foods of toxicity that gives your baby toxicity, the fear is more toxicity is going to come in advance over that toxicity. So either way, it's like there's toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do?
It sounded like her baby wasn't super young, right? It sounded like he was already quite a few months along, or maybe even over a year. That's what I was getting. So yeah, it doesn't sound like it's maybe as critical a situation of like if the mother suddenly went into like toxic outpouring and healing crisis and stuff. It doesn't sound like the baby's immune system is particularly young. But yeah, it's definitely a tricky situation to handle, isn't it?
Yes. Before we move on, it's just everybody should know that anything we say is not meant to prescribe, diagnose, or feed your children. Or we're just kids with no doctor experience, and I'm measly 35 years old, so what do I know? And what does she know? She's only 30-something. 32.
I would say if I was in your position, though, Ms. Alicia...
Go get a doctor.
And I would ask other mothers. I would go like to other websites where there's raw mums around who can give you some guidance. And personally, I would just try to do everything slowly. I think that's what I would do. You know, slowly introduce more and more things because your taste buds have got to change anyway as well. And see how you get along with that. And then you'll be helping your baby's taste buds to change at the same time. And colon cleansing. if you're willing to do that, would help a lot with removing the stuff from your body so that it's not all going round and round in your bloodstream and going into all the breast milk and yeah.
Maybe I should give her the male logical answer.
Ooh.
The way to do it, step by step. Right? Okay, what I would do if I was breastfeeding is I would not go 100% raw.
Yeah.
Because most people that go 100% raw can't do it anyways because their emotional psychological issues rise from all these deep toxins coming out, and they're going to have enough emotional issues without anybody else dealing with it. So what I would do is I would do an intermediate healthy whole foods diet, which is extremely healthy, and you're not going to detox nearly as much as if you went on a raw food diet. So if you include things like quinoa, millet, buckwheat, even a baked potato here and there without margarine, maybe some coconut oil, and things like that, steamed vegetables, lentils, there's even brown rice if you really wanted to, beans. You could eat all these foods, but the key is to eliminate the junk that you don't want to be feeding your baby, like refined sugars and processed starches.
That sounds like a very wise step forward, doesn't it, Mr. Mono?
Right. And what's going to happen is at some point you're going to go through detoxification, but obviously you're going to know when you don't feel good, when you feel sick. And these are the times where you want to cleanse your colon, and it will aid the process of, so it will take the toxins out so your baby doesn't experience them, in a sense. And you might have to do it more often than not doing it because you have another little boy or girl to look after. Cleansing the colon is key. Our next door neighbor here has been on a 80% raw food diet. They're renting right over there. And they just never decided to go raw. And they didn't even know about enemas and colonics. I mean, they knew about it, but they never did it. So I'm like, guys, you got to do this. So he's been doing it every single day. He says the craziest stuff's been coming out of him. He's a young kid, younger than me. He's like 20-something. Parasites, all sorts of crazy stuff. And now all of a sudden he's saying, at first he was like detoxing because he's like outpouring. But now all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, I have energy. I'm in a good mood in the morning. He's saying things like, I don't have any desire to eat the quinoa anymore. It's so simple.
Barbie's in heat, isn't she, Barbara? Our mare is in heat. You can maybe see her in the background. Oh, yeah.
They're having sex like every 5 minutes. It's crazy.
That's Sparky. It's kind of like I'm scratching. There's nudger, isn't it, Barbara?
Rated R. Okay, guys. So the way to succeed on a raw food diet, in my opinion, is to cleanse the colon on a periodic basis. He's like having no problem being raw now because he's moving all the toxins out.
I'd like to say two things.
Okay. One
is, if any of you watching this are raw mamas or papas and you have guidance for Alicia about transitioning to raw while still breastfeeding, then please share. I'm sure she'd be very excited to hear from you. And the other thing, I got an email from a woman recently who is recently pregnant, and she was asking which kinds of foods and herbs and activities to avoid while being pregnant. So I put this onto Twitter and Facebook to ask all you lovely people what your suggestions would be, and there was a mass of answers. So one of my intentions is to put all of that together as well into like a comprehensive list to share, because it seemed like that would be useful for other people to know as well. And the herbs, that was a scary list. Someone sent a list of herbs to avoid during pregnancy. It looked like pretty much every single herb out there. So if you guys also have anything you want to share about that, then do. Can we show them Cherry? Look who we have standing right there outside the window. Hello, Mr. Cherry Star.
Hi, Cherry.
Oh no, he's a bit camera shy. It's not that, is it, Bubba?
No. All right.
What else, Jibbers?
I don't know. 17.5% off. 2 more days. And then it's gone for good.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And they can also get appliances at 12% off, can't they, Bubba?
Right, it's no good on appliances. 12%, holiday 12. Holiday 18 for 17.5%. Take advantage of it now. Before December 31st. Or on December 31st. I know how y'all work. Okay. What else should we share? I don't know. It's 10 minutes. I think that's good.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So, everybody, it's coming close to Happy New Year, where we start our New Year's resolutions for no apparent reason, just because it's a new year.
I wrote an article about that today.
You did?
Yeah.
I wrote an article about you will get sick.
Yeah.
Cleanser calling. And who do we got there?
Angela Stokes, Monarch.
And Matt Monarch. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.